Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the segment where you decide what we are going to talk about via the question and answer segment. Let's get cracking. For the part-time master's program, how is the capstone project executed or completed with our full-time job commitments?
I think, as I mentioned, you have two choices. One will be to do an internal capstone that will be slightly more research-oriented with a member of faculty. The other one will be to do it in a company. And if you're already working, you can work with your company on a project, an outline of the project. But the project will be supervised with our faculty member. So that's also still possible if, let's say, your company is willing to sponsor an industry capstone project. So there must be some scope, and then there must be some objective, and then during the semester or during the 4 months period to work towards that objective, and also to finalize it with presentation and also a report at the end of it.
Are all GRE, GMAT, TOEFL and IELTS test score required, or do applicants just need to submit one of them in their application?
One or more. If you are coming from a non-English speaking university, then you will need the TOEFL or English score, and also GMAT could help you. But in general, we don't rule out a candidate when some of these documents are missing. If we do need them, we will ask from the candidate again.
Are students allowed to change their majors after the first semester if they don't feel aligned or comfortable in it? If allowed so, will the credits be transferred, or do the students start back at zero?
Change of specialization is allowed, but need to be justified. That request needs to be justified. So, for example, maybe your job scope has changed, and you felt that one of the other specialization will fit you better. The other thing will be, we also look into your performance in the classes that have taken. So currently, we will only consider changes at the end of the semester, not at any time, but at the end of the semester. If in the following semester, when you're continuing, if you would like to change your specialization, you can make a request. Just not automatically guaranteed though, because we look into different factors, including class pace and how you are performing. Our MCOM program is 40 MCs, out of which about 50% need to be in the specialization. So apart from concentrating on the specialization, you are also free to take other modules that are of interest to you outside of your specialization.
Do we need to be enrolled in the Graduate Certificate in Computing Foundations to be considered for the part-time Masters in Computing program?
You can either enroll on the Grad Cert first and then subsequently apply to the Masters. So this is one possible route. The other route is, if you are already quite certain that the Masters is what you want to do, then you can apply to the General Track Masters program. I presume the applicant is referring to the General Track Masters program. So either of the two routes. And if you are part-time, I would suggest for you to go through the GC route. The GC route may be a more gradual route, so that you basically be doing the same thing whether you go through the GC route or Masters of Computing route, and you could evaluate for yourself whether you want to go to the full Masters program, or you are quite happy with just completing just the Computing Foundation. That's also fine.
What is the fundamental difference between the Master of Science in Data Science program and as well as the Master of Computing program?
So the MSc in Data Science and Machine Learning is hosted in the Faculty of Science, with the Maths and Statistics department. And then the Computer Science department is a partner of that program. So we offer a number of modules to the students of that MSc in Data Science and Machine Learning. It's also 40 MC. I guess the main difference could be that this is more focused on data science with a coverage of machine learning, whereas the Masters of Computing cover computing area more broadly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of today's webinar. On behalf of the faculty staff leading the NUS Master of Computing graduate degree program, if you have a question that's only coming up now, do not worry as well. You can get in touch with us via email at pgc@nus.edu.sg, and we will get back to you too. Have a great week, y'all. Goodbye.